Camera is recording. Sound is recording. Tina, do you mind clapping?
Oh, the clap. So we're set.
Yeah, perfect.
We are all heading towards mental illness. But in our culture, it's witchcraft. I feel like so many people, I've met so many people who are coming to the realization that their parents are bipolar. There's so many people who are holding family secrets of mental illness.
Valentine's Day is coming up. Like, it's the idea that now my boyfriend who had gotten me these beautiful roses that were not too expensive, now I'm not happy because this influencer that I follow was taken to Dubai. It's like we have a textbook these days.
This is what
You have to have a weave, your high-heeled shoe
Yes.
with that strap behind,
Period.
very particular shoe
Very
with those two swinging hairs, right?
Yeah,
that's a
like-
birthday girl now. Like,
that's
you
the
have to
one.
look like there was a meme that says every time I see a girl with this hair and this shoe, I just tell her happy birthday. The people crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. And I guess that makes us maniacs over here. This is a podcast where we deep dive into the normal and hold conversations on experiences we wouldn't normally have on tape. Hello, beautiful people. We're back. And yes, we're visual. A clap. Woo! You're welcome back to On Tape, the podcast. We're back after a very long hiatus. But I'm back today with an amazing lady. It's been, how long have we been talking about this episode? A few months now. Yeah. But she's in comms, she does digital marketing, she's into content creation. For some of you who are getting married, every Saturday, I see people getting married. That's what she does. So she kind of grabs that instant content so that you don't have to wait on your photographer for that long. But some of you also know her because she's been reviewing Love is Blind, Kampala Cream, all your favorite reality TV shows. But yeah, with me in the building today, I have Agneta Lucia.
Hi. Who am I?
What a long intro.
Why?
Hi, how are you doing?
Okay.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Yeah, I'm feeling good, and I'm feeling good about today's topic.
That's great. How was your week though? First, give us a bit of how was your week?
I loved this week because I was busy. I love being busy, and I love being part of different like moments. You know that thing of like just following people around and
We love a money maker.
you know we can't say no. It is.
I hear you. I think same. Like the year is coming to an end. I'm honestly very tired this week. Tired because I was making money. But yeah. So I went on a work trip. So I've been feeling really tired. But when we figured out what we're going to share on this episode, I got really excited because it's something that I've been wanting to share for a while. But before we get into it, we mentioned how she reviewed shows like Love is Blind, right? We just wrapped up season 7 of Love is Blind DC.
Period.
Maybe let's first debrief.
Let's talk.
Let's
I will
ice
ready
break.
to talk about because I have a lot to say.
Yeah.
I had prepared a review.
Yeah.
With a friend of mine because I was watching it live and it was like the reunion at least, not
Yeah.
the whole show.
Yeah.
And I had prepared a review, but then when I saw all the nonsense that was happening after that review, I was
God.
like, everything here seems irrelevant.
Yeah.
So I decided to put it on pause. Perhaps I'll release it, but
Do you think this was almost unsuccessful Love is Blind?
I would say so. Season 2 will always be the least successful.
Yeah. But like, who even got married this season? Like,
Who really got really married?
really exactly,
Like,
and who is
'cause-
happy? I feel like even the few people who got married,
Why, are they
are
married?
they really married? They look like they're really faking it for the
I feel
TV.
like let's pause. Marriage is not always easy. So we're not saying that
Okay.
marriage is always easy and relationships, but like these guys, let's be honest. For as a viewer, I have
As
no
a viewer.
hope. I know there's that couple that only successful one that people like, the
Is
Asian
that
lady and-
Taylor and Garrett? We
Yeah.
can start with them. I think they didn't have a lot of
They didn't
issues.
have a lot of issues.
Did they? Apart from, is he not the one who texted his ex? Ding, ding, ding. He's the one who texted his ex.
No,
he liked
No, he didn't. He liked
The-
the ex's.
message
Yeah,
and
but-
claimed he didn't respond. But then the next day he said he had
That he had-
responded,
Yeah.
right?
But like in the grand scheme of the season, yes, they were the most successful. Personally, people like them, but I honestly don't judge me. I don't feel their chemistry.
It feels a bit forced, yeah. Honestly, for me, my favorite were Tyler and Ashley.
Until.
Is it?
Until.
And of course, when we found out the news, we were like, so for those of you who don't know Tyler and Ashley, I think that's the guy who we later found out he had three kids.
3. No, like, stop. 3 children.
Like, we've been talking in the pods for 10 days and you're saying you're a man who's honest and you're a man who goes by your word.
Okay, this is something that I think of. Okay, so with the thing of kids, if you have kids as a human being, because if you have kids, I don't think you owe anyone that information early on. I do think that the time that he shared it with, he should have probably shared it in Mexico, because by all intents and purposes, you're engaged to be married. So at least in Mexico, find some moment to be like, hey,
This
3 kids, and this is what happened. So I think he shared it a bit late, but also
he's the one who was just a sperm donor though, right?
Sis,
Give us the tea.
apparently and allegedly, and actually more or less confirmed, because they're talking about it.
Yeah.
The first one was an arrangement, the sperm donor thing, because his best friend and the wife, the best friend and her wife,
Yeah, then who
wanted a
was gay.
child. Yes, wanted a child, and he was like, hey, I'll do it. And I think that's when they did it artificially.
Oh, the rest wasn't?
The rest wasn't.
Oh, damn.
Exactly.
My girl Ashley.
Exactly. So it's like,
Damn.
so now the second one, now with the
Yeah.
first one, that's when the wife dipped. It's like, hey, I'm out. And so the bestie is stuck with the kid. And then the bestie, I think, was, well, I'm not really sure of the logistics and the
Allegedly.
semantics, but I do know that the other 2 were naturally conceived.
Oh, I see why the internet was going mad.
Yeah. Yeah. You understand.
But by the reunion, they're also still together, right? End of
Yes.
reunion, they're also staying together.
Yes, they're staying together, and Ashley was going hard. And we were like, sis, it's fine. You're an adult.
It's
Do
your
what you wanna do.
decision.
But my problem is the way she was moving afterwards. It's almost like she is, you know how men lie, and then the woman is looking. Sis.
Because like I remember what I read is that she's like trying to say I've been in the loop of everything.
Yeah.
Like I knew about everything.
Yeah.
But is that the truth?
No, because
though?
apparently the wife, the list, I don't want to call her by her sexuality. his baby mama
Yeah.
released the texts of like, hey, we had agreed, like we went to Love is Blind, I knew where you were going, I knew you were going to come back with somebody, and she checked in and was like, hey, sort of like, we miss you here. Like, she was texting when the guy didn't have his phone, so the guy got his phone back and he's like, I'm back and I'm engaged. So like,
We miss
it's not
you.
like the chick had problems. She was like, okay, you go ahead, find love, no problem. But also don't disrespect us, and like, remember you have kids. Then the guy just changed his tune with Ashley.
Because on Love is Blind, it seemed like me, I was just doing this guys a favor. I have nothing to do with
Yes,
this.
exactly. And yet he was actively involved. And
Yeah,
in
what do you
touch.
mean naturally?
But
But that's anyway.
So-
Leo and Brittany. Those
Leo
guys
and
didn't even
Brittany.
make it to Mexico.
they didn't even make it to Mexico. But
What did you think of Leo?
was-
I want to know what you thought about Leo.
Of course, at first.
Leo?
I think Leo was really misunderstood.
Oh, really?
And I do think, okay, he did talk about money and all. But hey,
My
I'm
watch,
all
my
for-
Rolex
I'm all
watch.
for reaffirming that you
But it
have
was
the
true.
capacity to provide. I don't have a problem with it personally. I just think I did it in a bit too much. Also, he contradicted himself, because he's like, people want me for money, and yet you're leading with money. So it's
Yeah, because if you're leading with money, what do you want me to?
What do you want me to do?
It's all you're offering, like.
all you're claiming to.
But then money aside, what's that thing he did with Hannah where he like cried and like the manipulation games?
Honestly, I think that I've started watching reality TV with a perspective that the only reason we're seeing how problematic this is because it's on TV. But a lot of people, please disclaimer, probably not me, but a lot of people
Yeah.
act like that in real life. Like, no, tell me what I want to hear. No, I think like that's how it's sort of a defense mechanism, or it's manipulative.
Like the way
So I
how
didn't judge
he
him for it.
is that how he immediately made it seem like it was a mutual breakup.
Yes, okay, now that one was. But people do that, man. You won't tell your friends all that.
And I think for him, he's on
that-
another level because he's grown up rich. I feel like he gives very arrogant, like, I always get what I want. What do you mean I'm not getting what I want this time? Even though it means I don't actually know what I want.
Yeah, and also because he does a lot of business, I think that it's an.
Is he the one who was in
negotiation
real
tactic.
estate?
No, he art dealer.
Yeah. Oh, the art dealer. I've
It
remembered.
was passed on as a family business.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. Then let's go to the other black couple, Tim and Alex. The girl who slept away.
I want it to be known right now.
Yeah.
And Alex Stan.
Yeah.
I am Team Alex.
She's
all
gorgeous,
the
by the way. She's so gorgeous.
way. I wanted to say
So
that.
gorgeous. Yeah.
Right? Period. The only thing I'm going to say, the only positive thing I'm going to say about some of these people is that they looked beautiful. Everybody came to the reunion.
Yeah.
Sam. Everybody but Nick. We'll get to Nick. But everybody.
Yeah,
Sam,
came
everybody
to
looked
serve.
amazing.
I hear you.
And Alex was like, hey, waist, face, hair.
After
Like, she
sleeping
looked
away.
amazing. And also after sleeping, I don't care. She had a bartending shift.
I feel like with context, it makes sense.
Yes, with context it makes sense. And the thing is, what I was happy about is because I saw Tim. I checked him. Tim has a misogynistic aspect of him.
I want my woman to be traditional kind of vibe.
And everything I see.
Is he the one with a military background?
He has a
is?
military background, and sorry to identify him by this, but like his family, a lot of his sisters died, and
Yes, he's that.
also he projected
Ooh.
that a lot.
By the way, because I felt like at the end of the day that was his story. Like
It
they
is.
were they not trauma bonding in a way?
They were, but he led with it.
Yeah.
Much.
Yeah.
And I can see her trying to come out and be like, hey, but outside of what happened to your family, what are we?
Yeah.
And he entered the reunion having the upper hand. Everybody was like, hey, she slept. Like sorry. Then he started
God.
talking.
Yeah.
And then that's when I was like, no, it's showing. Your misogyny is showing. Your feeling that you're better than everybody else is showing. You're trying to manipulate the situation and the context. To
Did they
serve
even
your
get to the
own.
altar? Did they
No.
get to the altar?
I don't think they did.
No, I don't think
I
they
don't think
did.
they did.
I don't think they actually did.
No, the only people who go to the altar got married.
Marissa and Ramses.
I'm happy
Yes.
for Marissa that she.
Yeah, that was I feel like the most. Honestly, I wish Marissa had gone with the other guy. What was his name?
No,
What was his name?
that's
Instead
the
of
military guy.
Ramses. Yes.
No,
I don't know
Ramses. You know what it is about Ramses? Right? I've
Why
been
don't I
seeing-
like him?
I've been seeing this. Oh, it's the two hairs, but
Oh, maybe. And I think that's it. I think that's it.
yeah,
Yeah.
No, so it's like make your hair, do your hair. Do what you
Yeah.
want with your hair, but
Yeah.
you have to see what the hair is.
Yeah.
So we didn't really see. But
Yeah.
no, I think it's more what I didn't like about Ramses is from the beginning I saw him being a master love bomber because that's what he did.
And then after he withdrew
After he withdrew,
He
and he's
withdrew
Hey,
hard.
it's not you, it's me.
and just
And,
became cold.
Yes,
Cold.
that and also the whole manipulation around. Hey, I don't want to use a condom.
That was a whole. I know that kind of blew up, and then on the reunion, he wants to say at the end of the day, like, I don't. But like, she kind of told you why she would not prefer to use birth
Yeah.
control, and then
Yes, and
I don't know
he
if it's
didn't
the
even-
edit, but in the edit, he comes off
Yeah,
so
he comes
bad.
off so bad. And then the other
Yeah.
thing is, hey, I really need sex.
Oh, I don't care. And the worst part is he doesn't come off like that guy because he looks so
Right,
feminine,
he looks so
right?
progressive and
Right?
liberal.
I even said feminine.
That's
He comes off like he's a very soft man who's like not afraid to be vulnerable about his
Yes.
feelings.
and who understands women and tries to understand
Right?
that, hey, your hormones going out of control is
And
not
it's the same
like
same
if
guy.
you're sick, I understand. My brother was like, yeah, I have to think about that. I have to think about being with you in sickness and in health. I'll have to think about
I like the way the mom was like at the reunion, she's like, I would have punched your throat.
Period.
I love Marissa's mom.
Marissa needs a mom like that because she has a very tender.
She's too good. She's
she
like
needs-
too
she needs protection.
gullible, man.
But then the mistake she made, and perhaps you can go to Nick and Hannah, is like backing Hannah with her whole chest. Although I have to say that she did it in a good way. It's like I'm ride or die for
I'm
you.
riding.
I will call you out and say that you are a bit harsh. But she was a bit harsh.
Hannah is harsh. Hannah is harsh.
And
Really
she's
harsh.
harsh and she can't take it.
But also,
She's the
Nick is a
worst.
spoiled little brat. Can we talk about it?
Very.
28 years old and you. I'm sorry.
I guess sorry.
Like, he kind of needs a Hannah. He needs
Yeah.
a mom. Actually, he's looking for a mom.
But why should she be a mom?
To her boyfriend, yeah.
boyfriend.
Like, no.
And so I understand everybody. I feel like every woman understood Hannah's frustration. It's just the way she communicated it.
Yeah,
That
she was
was
a
the
bit
problem.
too, yeah.
And that made people go on Nick's side. However, soon after that, at the reunion, it's when I saw Nick for that brat
That he
that
is.
he is. Because why did that guy
Yeah.
refuse to allow that he had said things about Hannah's looks?
Oh, yes. Because, that was also. Because he was body shaming.
For me, it wasn't that. Because, like, you said things. Just be like, hey, yeah, I did say some things and I did mean them. Oh, I'm sorry. Or
At the not admitting
but
is
not
what.
admitting. And for me, it was just a masterpiece in my Libra side is coming out. I have a very small Libra side, but it's quite loud. But it was a master class in what, you know when they say listen to women?
Yeah.
Because all the women on the couch were like, yes, Nick, you said.
Because all their men had shared.
Yes, because all their men had shared. And he
Yeah.
was like, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
Then Steven is like, yo,
Bro.
let's be real. You did say it. And he was still like, no, I didn't. It's Ramsey who was like, hey, let's be real. You did say
You
something.
did say some shit.
And then he was like, okay, fine. I said some things. And I was like, that's crazy. Because for 10 minutes, we were the audience. I'm a woman and I was doubting the women. I was like, ladies, I feel like
You guys are taking
you
it
guys
a bit too far. You guys are ganging up on him.
you're ganging up.
We didn't talk about Steven and Monica.
Yeah, no.
Sleep test.
Although-
Mr. Sleep test.
I loved Steven until I did. Okay,
In the pods, he was such a teddy bear.
In the pods.
Oh my god, he was such a
The
sweetheart in the
caveat
teddy
here
bear.
is in the pods.
Sorry, in the pods.
the
Yeah.
pods.
Not in real life.
Not in real life. Also, what gave me the frustration, like I think that people didn't even talk about it as much as they should have, is how he was having big discussions about Garrett, like, oh, we'll have girls in our DMs asking to sleep with us and everything.
Like he was so aware of what's going to happen after.
Yes.
Instead of being focused on, this is my partner.
Yes.
I came here to find the love of my life.
It's giving like, hey, I know I am an attractive man with like the redhead wig going full beard, you know, so
Right.
patchy and everything. Like I have options after this lady.
Wow.
That's the vibe that he gave.
Monica
me.
doesn't
So it's
deserve
like,
that, by the way. She's
yeah,
too fine.
She is
She's
so
too fine.
beauty. I was so
Right?
confused. I was like, sister,
You can do so much better.
no, like she's so beautiful. Like I
They
wouldn't know
also
where
didn't
to
make it
look.
to the altar, right?
No, they
Thankfully.
Yeah, they did.
Thankfully, because I was like,
No,
no, that switch up because Steven, I feel like, had the biggest switch up.
but also Monica is. I feel like they wouldn't have gone in together because Monica has that self assurance of someone who is, 35 years old. She's like, hey, you're talking too much.
But she was right.
She was
Do you know
right.
the
Like,
talking
when
at the
she
party
said
was cringy.
Yes,
It was really cringe.
when
like,
she said it, I was like, okay, the truth is, he really does talk a bit
yeah,
much.
maybe she just needed to be softer about her delivery. But
But also the other thing that perhaps she needs to, if she has these expectations that she doesn't really communicate,
oh yeah, because it's like he can't read your mind
He can't
though.
read
He
your
can't
mind.
read your mind though.
and then she has this expectation like, I want someone who will come and watch the fireworks with me, and it's like, okay, but this is the first time you're in a situation where there's fireworks too.
With people. Oh, is that the time when he spent the time with Garrett
Yes,
instead of
talking about like the Instagram.
oh,
I
instead of like making out with her, or maybe she wants like a romantic guy, which
no,
Steven
I
didn't.
feel like that's not it.
It's just like she has so many expectations
she
though,
has-
but
she has
you have to
this-
communicate them.
You have to communicate.
Because if she had in the pods,
Flowers, she has communicated a million times, but she has never communicated, hey, when fireworks is playing. So the next time is fireworks.
so every time you have to communicate, babe, when fireworks are on,
It can be like sometimes you need to.
Yeah.
If the relationship is important enough,
I hear
I
you.
think you need to.
I hear you. Is that not the last couple? Who have we not talked about? I think that really wraps up our mini reaction to Love is Blind season 7. I hope we didn't give you spoilers, but yeah, go check it
Come
out.
on, it's been out for like 5 months at this point,
Right?
like 3.
Because the
finale aired, like,
yeah,
3
the
weeks
finale
ago. Come on,
aired.
like,
So
sorry.
guys, sorry, not sorry. But yeah, today we have our jar. You guys can finally see her.
What's her name again?
I promise I don't remember her
You
name.
promise you don't
Can we
remember.
call her
Oh, sorry
the
about
genie
that.
that doesn't make wishes come true?
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
going to heal.
Yeah.
That's so sad. How can your mom not know?
Should I remember? Jar something. I don't know. So anyway, how we're going to play this game is that we get to ask each other questions. Everyone answers everything. Yeah. So you'll pick, I'll ask you. I'll also answer the same question, and then it will be your turn. Ready?
No.
Oh, disclaimer. This is again all themed to our topic, which is maybe you should talk to someone. And yes, we mean a therapist. So yeah. Maybe let's just get into it. I think the questions will give context.
I think so.
Yeah.
Um.
You go first.
Maybe.
Guests first.
Okay. Even if like I want to. I think a caveat is
Yeah.
perhaps therapist. Okay. Maybe that you feel like that's such a huge step, but
Yeah.
you need to be vulnerable with somebody, someone you trust, a friend, someone, and someone who. Well, let me not get ahead of myself. So
We'll dig into it.
I'm so nervous.
Wait, no, I should have picked first. So I ask you first. Okay. So this is a good one. Oh, this is actually a nice one. You're the one who just shared about how people should be vulnerable, right?
God.
She just shared all that. So let's go with our first question. What would or what has your deepest... Oh, this is so pretty. This is good luck, isn't it? Yeah. So what would or what has your deepest therapy session been about? You don't have to talk about it. You just have to tell us what it was about.
So, disclaimer: I haven't talked to a professional therapist.
So it's what it will be about. You think your
I think
deepest one?
what it will be about, but also something that I have talked to close friends about, and that is
Ding ding ding.
weirdly self-esteem.
No, I hear you.
Because the thing is, I didn't think I had a self-esteem issue until it became really apparent that perhaps you need to talk to someone.
Maybe you need to talk to someone
Maybe you
about
need to
this.
talk to someone about this. Like,
Yeah.
it's giving low self-esteem. So, yeah, I think that's it. You say they don't have to.
You don't have to. You don't have to go into deep into it unless you want
you
to.
go deep into it. You like encourage me.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Unless you want to.
Unless
This is a very safe space. So if you want to open up about it, because me, I can tell you, you're not the only one. It's a very common problem, I tell you.
Really,
And media, I feel like we work in media. Media has a lot to do with it. I feel like so much to do with it because we're constantly comparing. Like
you're
I'm
constantly comparing and constantly thinking about what other people will think about what you do.
which probably comes from the African society upbringing.
Yes. Of like, how will this be perceived?
Yeah.
And that then results in, along with the comparison, it results in, am I even good enough?
The overthinking, and it's just like
Yes.
yeah.
Is this even good enough? Am I even good enough? So
Then the imposter syndrome. Then
Yes,
it's just being fed by different. It just keeps
Yes.
becoming a bigger fire, and you're like, how
Actually,
did we
it's
get
an
here?
occupational hazard, actually.
It is, by the way.
If you work in media, anything media related, think about yourself.
Exactly, because I was looking at my screen time. I know it's abnormal, but of course this is my job. But I imagined I'm constantly consuming all of that. It is
Consuming and then
overexposure.
putting it out and then comparing
Yeah.
and then thinking of what you're going to do for next time. Like, so it's like, and in this day and age, it's like every time you're on social media,
Full
but
time.
that's how you relax. That's how you work.
Yep.
So there are no
boundaries.
There are no boundaries.
Damn.
When I'm working, I'm not really working. No, when I'm relaxing, I'm not really relaxing, and when I'm working, I'm really working. And it
and it's
consumes
just
everything.
there's no mix and match. Sometimes you're out, but you're also working. Sometimes there are no boundaries. So I think your mind gets confused a bit.
Yes, it does.
Damn.
But
I hear you. Occupational hazards.
Yeah.
Mine, interestingly, this bad boy has remained.
Girl, hi. What are we going to call her?
It's the jar. Angel. I'm so bad at names.
Clearly.
I went with that because she's white.
I agree. Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. She's white and yellow and
like
black. She's
We can
giving.
call her African.
This is just.
Because I can see
Don't you think this is
between-
sexist? Us assuming that she's a girl, just straight
Just 'cause
up,
she's pretty.
just because she's pretty, right?
Well, no,
Yeah.
because I support women's rights and norms.
Yeah, whether you're a butterfly or
If you're
moth.
pretty, okay, no, guys. I disclaim everything. I'm just
We'll put a disclaimer at the beginning. Again, we're only sharing from our experiences, so do not judge us or hold us.
I disclaim that.
Yeah.
Butterfly is just called butter. Let's call her butter.
Yeah. So me, on the contrary, I've actually had a therapy session, a few, but I feel like my deepest one has been about my relationship with my mother. It will probably always be, cause, sorry. Yeah, so I probably got nervous. That's how I get nervous just talking about it, cause my mom hasn't been there. I met her when I was like almost an adult. So as a woman, it's very hard to like reconcile with the fact that you're a woman and like everything, like from being a woman to being a mom, the idea of having children. It's like, how am I supposed to be a good mom if it took me this long to even meet mine? Like, so for, I think I had like an identity crisis. I probably still do, especially as it comes to things to do with like being a woman. And like for a long time, I was just like very tomboy, and because I didn't know how to like get in touch with those parts of myself. So yeah, without going too deep into it.
Without going to the
Without going too deep into
May I
it.
ask, are you
Yeah.
a firstborn?
For sure,
Yeah.
of course. Firstborns have all the trauma, don't we? Are you a
Yeah.
firstborn?
No, I'm not. I'm a
You're
middle
not.
child. That's another beast.
Is it? Are they the ones that just get
Another-
ignored?
It actually contributes a lot to my self-esteem.
Oh.
Because I'm the middle child of
First
two
girl?
girls. So it's like
That's a jungle.
it's a lot. So it's like everybody remembers the first baby.
Oh,
she's
she made
amazing.
me a
Love you.
mom.
Yeah, she's amazing. Love her. I love both my sisters. Please, to be clear,
They're probably
my
watching.
sisters,
Hi.
I love you so much. You guys are so amazing. So, the first one, like I just remember going. This is the scenario that keeps playing in my head. I remember going
Yeah.
to meet people like my dad's friends or something, and the three of us are together, right? And they'd be like, "Oh, this is the one, like the firstborn. Like we know her. She's amazing." Like, and this is the
last
one.
one.
She's a-
So,
Who is this? Like straight up.
like, who is this
Like, they
one?
know them. They know their first name. They know their surname. They know their nickname.
They even know the commands around which they were
Yes.
born.
Like, the yeah, right? Then they're like,
We had just finished school. This was your
"Yes,
first
this is your
child. We
first child, I
remember.
remember."
Yeah.
And then for me, it's like, oh, who is this? And
I'm
my,
present, guys.
Yes.
Still here.
so it was like, I then felt, guys, this will become a therapy session. Let's get to the next question.
Again, we're here for therapy. It's your
Of
turn.
course. It's like, take me out to drink soda, and then I'll tell you more.
Are you one of us? You've seen those memes of if the weekend goes well with the sodas. You are one of those people. Yeah, soda rush. Okay.
I like soda. I watch Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Mm,
And like, 'cause
didn't-
you know, in Utah they don't drink because of the Mormon church.
okay, those guys' rules are on another
It's
level.
wild.
Can we just say it's wild?
Like they don't want to do all these things to their body, and then they do all this plastic surgery and Botox and filler, and it's like that's probably worse for
Than
you
taking soda. Go and just drink soda.
just drink some soda. No,
Yeah.
they drink soda, but like they don't drink. This is the thing.
They don't
most
drink
religions
alcohol
don't
though.
like
I see them
alcohol.
hiding. I was seeing them hiding.
No, this is the they don't drink coffee and tea, which is why, from what I understand, soda shops are like a big deal in Utah. Like you know how at every corner you'll see a bar. At
like,
every
yeah,
corner you'll
for
see a
them, they
soda
have-
shop. Soda because they cannot take coffee and tea. Like most religions, if not all, are against alcohol. That's not strange.
Yeah, but
But-
coffee?
Coffee?
Because of, anyway. I'm not Mormon, so.
I'm not. We respect.
Yeah, all I know is that those girls were drinking. Yeah.
And they put a lot more toxic things in their body than tea. Tea, really?
Tea? Yeah.
What's your daily routine like, and how do you refill your cup when you
Daily
are
routine.
burnt out?
I think my daily routine is pretty spontaneous. I want to say work from home, but I wake up very early, like 4 a.m. 4 a.m. to like 8 a.m., 9 a.m. That's my favorite time of the day. Like, it's the best time to be alive. Because, of course, there's like the traffic, people are rushing to go to school, but then it's just calm, so I can concentrate. So I'll wake up, watch a few podcasts, get to work straight. Yeah. Till like 11. Remember, I have to eat because I'm an adult. And then probably do that. But in the afternoons, I don't concentrate so well. So that's when I'll take like walks, try and go work from somewhere. Yeah, working from home is pretty boring. We watch a lot of series though. We consume a lot of like TV. So yeah, we do that. We consume a lot of TV. I read books. I walks, jogs. I go out sometimes. I love karaoke. I love band. I love like
can sing.
activity. Yeah. Yeah.
They say.
Yeah.
They say I can.
I was once in a band, but it was I actually really thought I was going to do music, you know? Like but then growing up in Uganda, I feel like the Ugandan music industry, you know, it's a bit scary, especially if you're a girl and then you don't want to go so commercial. It's like you really care about the music. But here, are people selling music for real?
No.
Especially the girls, it's like you have to sell other things.
Yeah.
So
That's why I love Azawi, because in her way, she
Yeah.
has refused to conform.
I love it. I love her. I actually
love
love Azawi.
Yeah.
So yeah. What about you?
Refilling my cup.
Okay, for refilling my cup, honestly, it still goes back to doing what I love, like my hobbies, but then also meditation, podcasts, like especially wellness podcasts. I cannot explain how podcasts have helped me, and
Which ones do you like?
I love me a good Diary of a CEO. I love a good Esther Perel. I listen to a lot of Stefan Speaks. I listen to this Jay Shetty. Honestly, I listen to Jay Shetty, but I've been a bit since the scandal. I've been a bit multiple scandals. I've been a bit reluctant. So when he has a good guest on, his caliber of guests though is great.
quite
Yeah. So yeah, Joe, like the normal really, but I love the ones I consume a lot of Kenyan content. Oh my god, yeah. A lot of Kenyan content.
I actually wanted to ask you if you're somewhat Kenyan.
Oh my god. I just
You
came
get that
from
a lot.
Nyege and yeah.
You get that a
Everyone at Nyege thought I was Kenyan. Like
it's,
you know how people were hanging in the Kenyans thought until
I love how Kenyans are so liberal in their fashion expression, and I feel like for Uganda, you are
yes.
liberal in your fashion expression.
For sure.
Nose ring and yeah.
The other day, the guy was delivering my food and he spent like 30 minutes asking me about my septum. He's like, so didn't it hurt? Why did you do that to our beautiful nose? And I'm like, I'm just hungry. Can you give me my
Give me my
food?
food.
Give me my
Thank you.
food. So yeah, I can imagine. What about your routine? You work from home as well?
Yes, mostly, and then I follow people around.
Oh, what do you? Oh yes,
Yeah,
the
for
word, the content creation. But that must be nice. I
It
saw you were
is.
doing for a little girl a while ago.
That was
Pageantry?
Yes, yesterday by one.
Nice.
It's not a pageant. I just remembered the work I have to do.
Oh, so it's
No
not just
work-life
weddings
balance.
now. You're going into
I do weddings, traditional events, birthday parties, get-togethers,
baby shower.
baby shower, like whatever it is. If you want memories of it,
I'm your girl. She's your girl.
you.
We're gonna put her socials down so
Thank
that you
you.
can reach out to her and
thank you.
grab content. But tell us,
Thank
so
you,
how do you refill your cup?
How do I
Yeah.
Whenever especially when my mind starts running and everything, because it does happen,
Right.
when I have an existential crisis probably once a week, and I'm like, what is this? And
Yeah.
why is it what it is?
And then by the end of the week, it's like, okay.
So usually it's probably because I'm hungry. So I'll buy something nice to eat, or something nice for Ugandans.
Food is
which
therapy.
means toxic.
I think I eat my feelings a lot.
Yes.
Food is therapy,
I try not to do it a lot, so I only reserve it for when I need to feel better about myself.
right?
So usually I'll find something to eat, and then read a book, or just go on airplane mode and leave my work phone on the side, and then pick up my phone for novels, and then I'll just binge a romantic series
Yeah.
novel and just judge and just like, must be nice that every male character somehow just so happens to be a multi-millionaire,
Right?
and
But still cares about people's
cares
feelings,
about
still
her
loving.
feelings, like she is.
I love the books.
I love the
'Cause-
books.
And I feel like they spoiled us. Because me coming from a single girls' school, we read
A
so
lot.
the ideas we had about love.
A lot. And I even wrote novels.
Same! My classmates are jumping up and down as they watch this. Because I'd be seated and I'm writing and someone
Yes,
is waiting.
when the teacher is doing dictation and everything, I'm like, no, he said.
Yeah, we're just
You're so
admitting.
beautiful.
We're just
Like, you
admitting
just-
that we weren't actually
sorry,
studying to our
teachers.
parents. No, my parents are not. I
But she
care
knows,
about.
like, my mom knows.
But that's what kind of novels were you writing?
Obviously, romance. Like, everything else is boring.
Yeah.
Respectfully. Only African
Yeah.
novels are interesting. I have a
Yes,
bias
yes.
for all
Yeah.
African writers, but everything else. Anyways, I digress. I read. I haven't actually been watching a lot of things recently.
Really?
Yes.
Apart
Also
from
because
reality TV?
I've had a few.
A few.
But also, when I watch these days, because I think I'm in that video creation space as well, I am always looking. I'm working. Because I'm like, it's a good shot.
Yes,
Like,
right.
the person's trying to get that shot. So like I imagine what the director of photography did to get that shot. So I'm always, it's like, so
I want to
feel like
switch my mind off.
Yes,
Can I
want to
switch my mind off?
So because I don't necessarily write, yeah, so it's not, I don't watch as much anymore, but when I watch, and then I read.
I hear
and
you.
then
I love reading though. Reading is like a mind switch, but you're still getting entertained. But it's not too like it's not too. I don't know. It's like it's you. It's still just you.
Yeah,
With TV, there's a lot involved now.
a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're not getting someone's ideas in your head of what they.
Because with books, you can imagine stuff for yourself.
Yes.
That's why when we read the books first, you'll always watch the movie and you're disappointed.
Yes, because the
This
way-
is the Edward. I'll never get over my Edward disappointment.
He wasn't bad.
Okay, he wasn't bad, but the Edward in my head was way better. Like, he was faster. He was... Because he's not real.
No, even Jacob was a bigger disappointment for me because the Jacob in the book was like 7 feet
To
tall.
die for, right? Oh, yeah. Jacob is a bit little.
Yeah,
He's a bit little.
But hey, Taylor Lautner got the gig, so happy for you.
Imagine I don't think he'll ever watch this, but yeah.
When you Taylor,
Really?
this is Tina.
No. Nah.
Taylor,
It's not happening.
we are happy you got the job.
When he finally watches this, when he's like 96.
Taylor Lautner. When
When
you go
he's
down
96.
the YouTube rabbit hole and you find this film,
Yeah.
we love you.
Yeah, so much. Okay. So how have cultural expectations in Uganda shaped your understanding of mental health? What's the first part? And how can we break the stigma around seeking therapy? Sounds deep. In Uganda?
In Uganda.
In Uganda?
In Uganda, everything that's not strong, macho man and polite, feminine, grateful woman is frowned upon.
Right.
Like societally, we're supposed to be nice, feminine.
Docile,
Yeah, docile.
submissive, not talking.
Yeah.
But even the word mental health doesn't exist. Do we even have...
Does it have a Luganda version?
It doesn't. Because that's like, for me, that's the biggest like issue with it.
Actually, what it is it's if someone has mental health issues, because there's an analogy that I think at one of my previous workplaces, a mental health person came in and gave this analogy, and I keep going back to it every time mental health comes up. It's like we are all heading towards mental illness.
In some... Yeah.
All of us.
I feel like we all have a level of insanity.
Yes, all of us. Like if that's mental illness, we are all at varying distances from mental illness.
It's a spectrum.
Yeah, so it's not like one huge thing that happens that sends someone over the edge. We have been heading that way for a while. And so it can just be the delivery driver that one day being late with their food and they snap.
And you snap.
Yeah. Or it can be something massive like traumatic loss and everything, and then you snap. But everybody is heading towards mental health. So the whole idea is that we should pull back and find ways like how we're just been saying, how to reset and heal and do things that make you happy. Do things that make you
Which probably comes with a lot of self-awareness.
it comes with a lot of self-awareness. But in our culture, it's witchcraft.
Oh,
when
yeah.
someone is mentally ill.
Growing up, by the way, that's what it was.
I feel like so many people, I've met so many people who are coming to the realization that their parents are bipolar.
Yes. Yes, please. That felt like a very personal yes, but yeah, but yeah. Because
like bipolar, schizophrenia, and have all of these like real acute depression. They are clinically depressed.
And the whole time you're just thinking this person is just a bit too.
When you're a
You
kid,
think
you're
it's
like,
just personality.
It's not in that good.
Yeah.
You see when daddy gets like that, and you don't really, as a child, you're just trying to survive.
Because also in Africa, we don't, like, things happen. Tomorrow we're supposed to pretend that didn't.
like,
If
yeah, it
mommy blew
happened.
up last night, no, tomorrow morning you must pretend like that didn't happen.
That didn't happen.
What happened? Who's going to talk about it?
And if you talk about it, it'll be like, I think they are run mad, and there's a curse.
And then, of course, there's a thing of what will people say. We have to keep the family name, that pressure.
Yeah.
We can't tell.
There are so
Oh
many,
my God.
I'm telling you, there are so many people who are holding family secrets of mental illness. So many people. And honestly, I don't know if that culture is changing yet.
It's very, because I know people who are being born now are a bit more aware, but then we're still being raised by people who are.
Yes.
So
like, and us, we're still, the people who are raising the kids are still healing from their wounds.
there's a lot of healing.
Yeah. And that's if they know to heal.
Yeah, because honestly, no, my grandparents probably don't know that they need to heal. They think this is just like. Also, I imagine at this point, it's how I am. If I'm 50, 60, can I change still?
And yet you can.
Yeah. Or like actually
I
talk to someone. Maybe you need to talk to someone. I feel like some of your old parents actually need to talk to someone. Like, but obviously, how do you start bringing it up without it being disrespectful? Yes. Mommy, I think you're a bit bipolar. Lucky. An African mom will slap the shit out of you.
Wait, honey. Like, like, why are you disrespecting me? So, yeah, I get it.
No, but for me, it's the same thing because I feel like, for me, it's just even the discussion around mental health. Because growing up, my dad is a doctor, like even medical doctors. But like even when I could clearly see that I was struggling with issues like that, it's like people would rather pretend like they're not seeing that it's happening because again of that family name thing, which is what will kill us as Africans. Like,
so it's like you slap someone.
It's a thing of, you know how you're not just you're Agneta, daughter of thingy. We are carrying generations and generations of names and names, you know, and you know, I know some of us literally have like 4 or 5 names. But now expectations to behave a certain way because all these people's images, God forbid, you're representing all of them here.
But if
and I'm
mad,
like, yeah,
mad, that means some of us are mad,
right? Because I remember even like some of my relatives, when I got my tattoo, it was more of like, what will people think about us? I'm like, but this is on my arm though.
Mine.
My arm, me.
Mine.
So there's no sense. Maybe that's why we lack a sense of identity because we're not really one person. Imagine, I think you guys, even the Baganda, have like that dance where you say, do you say like right? Like you're literally saying, this person which I think is good. It's good to have some roots. Sort of roots, but also it can be a bit too much sometimes. If it's going to take away my sense of identity, then
if I'm beholden to these ancestors,
right?
With us.
Right? Especially if his expectations are a bit like, now should I still be kneeling in the middle of the road when I meet men because my grandmother did it, and is it still practical now in this time that I live in? So next, I think you're next. Yeah. Wait, what was the last part though? Did we answer that? Oh, I feel like breaking the stigma. I feel like conversation for me is what I usually push. Like,
and I think it's more conversation of, if there could be a person in our parents' generation who is like, hey, because
they actually won't even listen to us.
They're like, these kids of this day,
they're just
so
those
sensitive.
Bougie. Oh yes, they're so sensitive.
They're so sensitive. Do you know what happened to me? and that's all that's making you cry.
Yeah.
So I think it would be getting thought leaders in their generation to be like, hey, we messed up and it's not our fault. Because our parents, and it wasn't their fault.
We also did the best with what we knew.
The best we could, but it's time to accept. The same way we have accepted that you need a smartphone.
Yeah, right?
Because
the same way you had to just adapt.
Yes, had to adapt.
It's the same way. You need a smartphone.
Yeah, so it's the same way you have to adapt to the fact that you need to be a bit more self-aware.
Yeah.
Just because your kids are getting more self-aware and you don't want to push them to the point of being like, you know what? Enjoy your life.
Because I also think that creates a gap. Like, I would want to adapt to the world my kids are living in because that's the only way I can prepare them for that world. Because I'm not preparing them for the world that I lived in. At the end of the day, I think that's what we forget as parents. Like, you're preparing for the kids for a world you haven't even seen yet. You don't even know what you're preparing them for. And so it's
don't
like...
get offended when the world has changed.
Yeah.
Even you, the world you are growing up in, your parents
it changed.
were like farm. That's crazy.
Yeah. Let's go to the next one. That was a deep one. was a deep one.
Yeah.
They
I
are
know
deep.
you prepared me.
Yeah.
A bit surprised. What do you have in common with the women that came before you?
That's a nice follow-up one.
So I live with my mom and my grandma.
That's so nice, like a tri-generational house.
I know.
Aww.
And I know people like I'm not eager to get independence from them.
Please don't stay there. If please,
could.
people who are trying to stay out
know,
of home,
'cause
this please stay in your homes.
That's one of
The
the
streets out here are tight. The rent is tight. Stay in your parents' home, guys.
No, it's not even because like I know that you work, you'll make it work. Like you can be an independent adult and have independence and everything.
Yeah.
I choose not to
But you don't have to.
There will be a time when I have to. Like I'm not going to,
It's like you're rushing to get something that's coming to you either way.
It's coming to me either way.
Either
There will
way.
be a time
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
I'm not able.
And that's
to
what I
live with my
regret.
mom.
Because me, I did that. I ran out. And now here we are out in the cold.
Yeah. So
Okay, it's not that bad.
because I feel like I also that's another thing because I feel like I have to explain myself. Like why am I living at home?
Really? Is it just when you tell people, I think they're like,
No, well, the people who are my friends are like, sis,
Understand.
we love it.
stay
Like,
home.
they
Yes,
don't really have
good
a-
for you, stay home.
But for me, since if I'm able to move well enough, it's not like we live out of town. That's like so far.
Right?
I'm able to work and do the things I need to do. I am able to work.
But that's a good thing because most of us are running away because the relationships we have with our parents are not the best. So that means you guys must have a great relationship if you're staying there and
kind
it's
of have
working.
to. And I love it because my grandmother is. You see, a lot of the elderly.
I saw your grandmother. She what did she? Who posted her? Mommy Deb or something?
My mommy Deb
Or was
posted
she
my
your?
grandma.
I don't remember what it was.
No, I
it
think
was
the time when I posted about Mommy
posted
Deb and
her?
then she reposted maybe
Yeah.
I had talked about my grandma.
I think so. Yes, it was something like
Maybe, if I
that.
remember well.
Because I remember it on your story.
Yes, I do.
That's how I know I've seen your grandma. She was wearing a short-haired wig
Yes,
with
a
a
blue
gomesi or something like
Yes.
that. See, I've seen your grandma.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love my Jaja.
Yeah.
My Jaja is my Jaja. I love her so much.
Yeah.
But what has the elderly people grow because we don't want to again there's a pressure of like living and making a life for yourself but they grow old so to speak because the people they truly love that's their children are out there living life as they should but it helps for them to live with people that they really do
Like
love.
that youth.
Yes,
Like
because
you're
when we
giving
tell
them
her-
your youth.
Yeah, because she sees we keep her updated. Like now that's happening. Now we watch Power Magic.
Jaja, we are now
Not
doing
to
this trend on
actually-
TikTok.
Yes, that kind of thing. Like we should like the fact that we keep coming in and out, and then sometimes we are frustrated, and we tell her that like, can you imagine what happened? And you see
Can you imagine what these boys these days are doing to us?
Because she asks me, she's like, sis, great grandchild.
That's oh my god. She wants great grandchildren.
Yes, she wants more.
Damn.
She wants more great grandchildren. So, I love it. I love that I'm able to.
Yeah,
to
be close
just
to
be
them
close
like
to
that.
them.
That's a treasure for sure.
Yes, it really is. Like my mom also being, like we
Is
we
that
just
your
have
mom's
normal-
mom or your dad's
My
mom?
mom's mom.
Nice.
Yes.
What do you guys have in common though? Do you feel like personality wise you guys have,
No.
or do you guys clash? Like
No,
personality wise?
my
Or are you
Jaja is
different?
always on my side.
Yeah.
My mom is also always on my side.
You literally
But
have like
after an explanation. I have to first be like, Mommy. So this is why I'm doing it. And one thing I'll give my mom, and this is what this is what we'll have in common. They are both very progressive and very understanding. My
which is
mom-
probably why you're able to also be very
Yes,
progressive.
Yes, my mom is a teacher. So she's always around young girls, like the teenagers and everything.
Yeah.
And she is, unlike most teachers who are set in their ways, she is the most open to, because right now there's even a new curriculum in like secondary
Right?
schools and everything.
Yes.
And she's like so for it. She's that person.
Nice.
She's like,
They were always those outlier teachers.
Yes, she's
They were
one of
always
them.
there. Does she teach English?
Yes.
They were
Yeah.
always English teachers. Oh my
Always.
god, always.
Like,
They were the
she's-
sweetest.
Yes.
Most, yeah.
That's my mom. So because she's also, my grandmom is very progressive like that, because she's in touch. She has a special relationship with each of her grandchildren.
That's nice.
Some of course she doesn't see some as often as possible, but she has that thing of like the kids are different and it's okay.
And it's okay.
And
She's
we love
accepting you
them.
guys.
Yes.
So you guys feel free enough to now come to her, and you're not afraid that she's going to judge you, or that she's going to be like, kids of this age.
Yeah, 'cause even, we are all at the age of 25 and above.
Yeah.
You have those questions of when are you getting married? When are you having kids? All that stuff.
Yeah.
But the two of them are like, hey, don't rush it. Like, it's okay.
It's okay to take your time.
To take your time. Just build yourself back on yourself.
Yeah.
And make sure the only thing is, are you able to make money?
Right? Those are things that matter.
Can
Yeah.
you make money?
Yeah.
If you can make money and you have a plan to make more money,
Hey, that's all we care about.
I support you.
And you're happy? That's
I
it.
support you. Tell me, let me know how I can help. So I feel like I've gotten that from them. I feel like that's what we are. We're different, personality wise, maybe. Although when we laugh, we have the same jokes. So is that really a difference in personality? I don't know.
Nah, not so much. Are you introverted? Or
I am an introverted extrovert or extroverted introvert.
same.
Yeah, I get
Same.
confused.
Actually, same.
Yeah.
I'm very like in the middle, very ambiverted. Like it depends.
It depends.
Have I recharged?
Yes.
Because I could be the loudest
exactly.
person in the room tomorrow, but tomorrow you might meet me and I don't want to talk to anyone.
Like, just changed.
Yeah, like who is she? Multi-personal disorder.
Sorry.
Personality disorder. Here we
Accept
are.
me. Yeah. So,
Yeah. Okay, who's asking now?
you're picking.
Am I picking? Okay. Okay. So how does the media you consume affect the state of your mental health? We've touched this a bit.
A bit.
Yeah.
A lot. Actually, this is what I recently, in this past, I will even say like 2-3 weeks. I think I had a conversation with a friend.
Yeah.
And hello, friend.
Mention friend.
Hi. And I remember I was asking her, I was like, hey, I sort of, you're in this new journey, this new era, like you're a mother. And
Love that for her.
sometimes, like, because I've seen online, right, that mothers don't want to only be like mother. Sometimes people seem to think that that's all there is to being a mother.
They also want to step out
Yeah,
of
they
the
call
mom
it.
role.
So I'm like, so I want to always like be the person, sort of remind you that you are a mother and. Because like there's
and so
being
much
a mother
more.
no, there's not so much more. Please, being a mother is big.
It is.
Like,
It is really
finding
hard.
more than a mother is a bit much.
Oh yeah, I hear you.
But like a mother and a mother and.
Because you're also a sister. You're also still a daughter.
Yeah, and I was
Still a
trying to, like,
girlfriend, wife. Yeah.
I was trying to be like, hey, I just want you to know that I see you. You know? And she was like, yeah, no, that's an online thing.
Yeah.
That's something that like online people are saying.
Are dealing with, yeah.
Like, that's online language.
Yeah.
And I was like, really? She's like, yeah, because it's just a phase in life, like everything. At this phase, my child is a newborn. They depend on me.
They depend on me fully.
At this point, if I'm able to spend all my time with them, it's okay.
I'll
But,
come
like,
back.
It's literally impossible to be the same throughout their whole lives. Like, I'll definitely reach a time when they're at school. What will I be doing then?
Now I'm a nester.
Right now, I'm nesting, like I'm looking after the kids.
Yeah.
Soon I want, and it's okay. So she's like, that's an online thing, and that's an online buzzword, like buzz phrase.
Like, because you know how many mom content creators we have. It's like,
Yeah.
girl, you're having
so
babies.
When she said that, it sort of like clicked something in my head of like, hey, actually, there are a lot of things that are just online media, like they
things
say
people are dealing with.
think pieces on TikTok of someone doing a 2-minute thing to be like, hey, just so you know,
Check
watch
on
out
your
for
strong
this.
friends.
Check on.
All the strong friends are out here thriving.
They're
They
doing
could be.
good.
They could be out here
And they need to
thriving.
check on me. Why am I not strong? How am I your
hear you,
friend?
I
You're
hear
strong.
you.
I'm not strong.
Yeah, I hear
Be
you.
a better strong friend.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm joking.
Plus, but I feel like sometimes the online world is so far apart from the reality we live in.
Reality we live in.
Especially, also, a lot of the media we consume is not even from Africa. There's also that.
Yes,
Like,
there's
can
also
we
that.
relate to those
Can
people?
we really?
Or
Are
can we
bringing
really?
those ideals into here?
Yeah.
To be clear, though, some people might call mental health an online thing,
But it's not. It's real. That one is real.
just the mere presence
Yeah.
of Butabika Hospital.
Right?
It's not an online thing. But so
Yeah.
many of these other sort of like trends and oh, this is the kind of person that I am, and the online feminism is a bit mad.
Also, because it's a
Like,
bit.
it's not real life feminism. Real
Yeah.
life feminism is, yes, I can do whatever. I'll face struggles, and as a woman, that shouldn't stop me from just going after.
Because again, reality is always different. Like we
It's
be here online
always
talking about
different.
feminism, but when a real life situation happens,
You're not.
it's really real.
I'm not
So
feminist in relationship.
Come again.
I'm not,
I can't hear you. Oh yeah.
Sorry,
Wait, do you believe in the 50-50 then? That makes me ask. Do you believe in that 50-50 thing? Since this would be the best time to ask.
online is either or.
Because I know that's a thing that's been going on
Yes.
online for a while.
For years.
And then I'm like, but are these people who are even saying they do 50-50? Are they doing it in real life?
Are they doing it in
Or
real
it's
life,
just
or,
something they're saying?
Like, it's an online thing, because real life is some days you do more, some days you do less. Some days,
Yeah.
much as you signed a contract at the beginning of the marriage that it's 100% here, and then you're doing 100% of the housework.
Hey,
In real life,
people are signing those contracts.
no, I'm saying,
Oh.
just
Okay.
because if at
I
all,
almost
'cause
got a
people
heart
do it,
attack
it's
there.
just word of mouth.
Ah, yeah.
But then in real life actuality, you're not going to be like, hey, I didn't have the money to buy the green pepper. Like in real life, like the actual practical situation.
Yeah,
Yes,
everything is different
someone
in
can
real
do
life.
what everything is different in real life.
Everything is even just this conversation about men being able to cook, and everything is different in real life.
Everything is different in real life.
Yeah,
Everything
I
is
could see.
so like it's. I feel like it's a hard thing because online makes you go like, hey, it's this or the other. But there'll be different situations.
There's an in between.
where-
It's not black or white.
Yes, where
there
I
is.
depend on you more to do the housework, or you depend on me more to take care of the home.
Yeah.
Or-
What if you've lost your job and now I have to be the one who's
And then I come home and I still have to wash dishes. And I still have to like look at
Yeah.
like you get
Life is not fair.
life is not
Real
it's-
life is
it's
not
like-
fair.
Life changes, like everything is a season. Yeah,
hear
so
you.
really, yes, there are traditional food gender roles which are, I guess, ideal to stick to. But it's a more nuanced conversation like that.
I hear you.
However, I am open to any billionaires out there that are single.
That are trying to. Hello.
Yeah, hit me up. Like Bill Gates, I know you're old, but I don't care. Age is just a number, Bill.
Yeah.
Bill, I'm in Africa. And I am ready for marriage.
There's a friend of mine who was claiming that he saw Jeff at Nyege. Jeff, and he has a whole picture of this bald.
Jeff, if you're in Uganda,
Because if he came for the festival,
Jeff, my handles are at Akasa Social. Jeff, hit me up.
we're going to put it down there so
please,
that you have
Jeff.
easy access, Jeff.
Jeff, I love
Nah.
all men.
No, that was a low budget Jeff. The picture I saw.
Low budget Jeff. If you are a multi-millionaire, low budget Jeff. Look
She said, I don't care so long as
I
you
don't
have the
care.
millions.
like I'm not gonna sit here. Like that would be that. I mean, every girl would want to just like, hey, have my
Yeah.
black card. It's cool. But
Yeah.
real life is more nuanced.
Really. Speaking of like actually how I guess media has affected our mental health, I feel like you talked about expectations and that's a big deal. And now we can't not talk about like romantic relationships, right? Valentine's Day is coming up. You know what media does? Like, who is your boyfriend? You're seated at home. Like it's the idea that now my boyfriend who had gotten me these beautiful roses that were not too expensive, now I'm not happy because this influencer that I follow was taken to Dubai and she's jiggered. So I feel like it's affecting our gratitude for me.
A lot of people, yeah. And the thing is, I saw a tweet, and I think a lot of people are talking about it as well, where it has made the fact that people are seeking validation online has made everything less creative, because you'll be like, I don't know how many. I bet you every Valentine's Day setup in 2025. A heart with red roses, and rose petals, and candles.
Of course, the petals be in the
Yeah,
shape
in
of
the
a heart,
shape of a
right?
heart.
With some flowers
Some
as
flowers,
a background,
yes,
right?
yes, and a few candles on the table. Like it is the same.
Because it's like everything is
one
the same. Who's going to
creative
stand out?
Yes, nobody stands out. It's like
Because the standard
that is
has
what-
been set. This is the
Yes.
standard.
Yeah.
Flowers and
and it's unrealistic. Yeah, because
I
for
hear
me,
you.
I would be okay with a trip. Okay, that's also a standard. That's it.
right.
But you get my point.
That's also like we
who
could do something
says
different.
We can do something different.
I think it also, we can't even now not talk about standards of beauty.
Oh,
We have a textbook these days.
this is what
You
it
have to have a
means.
weave, your high-heeled shoe
Yes.
with that strap behind.
Period.
Very particular shoe
Very
with those
particular.
two swinging
Swinging
hairs, right?
Yeah,
That's a
like-
birthday girl now.
yeah,
Like you
that's the
have to
one.
look like there was a
Yeah.
meme that says every time I see a girl with this hair and this shoe, I just tell her happy
birthday.
birthday.
And the
'Cause,
short
like,
dress with like one arm. sleeve.
Right? Yeah. No, the colors they don't
Yeah.
play around too much. It's
Yeah,
either
not
like
too much.
white or black
and
or
you're like,
red.
Then the balloons that say 25.
Or they gotta be pink with like
Yeah.
strings. I'm like,
Yeah, and
where
then
is the
small
creativity?
cupcake. Like,
Oh, yeah.
everyone's birthday shoot
the same.
is like that.
Yeah.
Granted,
So
I have no problem with it.
like if you still want to buy me those
If you want
flowers,
to, yeah, please.
it's
I
okay.
love flowers, and if you're a photographer and you want to do my birthday shoot, hit me up.
yeah, like I'll still
if
do the
that
same
fits you,
poses,
I'll
but
wear the
like
white dress.
I'll
It's
wear
okay.
yeah,
It's
we're just
fine.
saying
If you have shoes that look like that, it's
it's really okay. We're
it's
just
fine.
saying with that same wig, we're fine.
It's okay if your
No,
hairstyle
but I
is
feel like
like
we
that.
actually really now have a textbook. Like this is what buddies
Yes.
look like at the club.
yeah, which is
They don't
perfect segue.
dance. Buddies don't dance at the
Buddies don't
club.
dance, and
No.
very few times do I see them do. No, like they just, and they do the.
They only
the
take
wine
champagne.
glasses.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
only do the.
That's all they do.
Yeah,
and
that's
that's the
crazy.
photo that goes on the snap.
Oh yeah, of course they gotta get the nails, like the boomerang. Of course.
course.
Steak,
Oh,
pasta.
yes.
Oh my god.
yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
That's the photo.
Yeah. So now I'm just like, where are the standards at?
That's like, can you be yourself? So
Yeah.
I feel like media, and then no one sees it coming until you start to be like, I was really happy with this ring that my fiance now got me, but it's not how.
It's not like her diamond cut.
Like how will
It's
people
not.
know I'm getting her?
Yeah. I hate it because like
It's-
now we're not even like, because without being grateful, it's like how can you live in the moment if you're,
Yes.
because now you're just
Always
like
how is this going
Choka,
to
these
look
flowers
on the
are a
ground?
bit smaller than I wanted. You're not living in the moment. You're not.
And that's why, like, for me, when I'm doing my work and I'm following people around, I really want to get to know that person, because I don't want to have a set of course, like as a professional, there's a set of shots you have to get, of course,
Yeah.
but there's a personality. Like some people are
Yeah.
calmer and their relationship is a bit more subdued, or as friends they are the quiet friends and they just have intimate talks. Then there are the other friends that are wild.
Who wants
So,
wilder?
yeah.
By the way, can you tell those guys what's up with this picture? The proposal. You know the picture I'm talking about. You know the picture I'm talking about with the very same pictures. I'm like,
Yeah, like we can, but anyways, the thing is, get your shots, photographer. Get your shot. That's
Yeah,
your shot.
it's your
and then
industry.
you can also have some.
Yeah.
I just feel like I get you.
but you can still propose. If you want to
Always.
propose, I'll still do the same.
yeah,
I'm
even me, I'll
just
take the
saying for
photo.
the
I'm
masses.
just saying, like, why do all of us want the same photo?
Yeah, like, do you think it's the idea? Again, it's like, I don't know if it's like that whole thing where you have your own uniqueness. There are things that you want, but because they're so different from what everyone else wants.
And you see that what that has resulted into is we are all becoming the same person.
We're just versions. We're just
And
clones.
We don't really know ourselves.
Because now you think, but do you really love that
Do you
hair,
really
baby
love-
hair? Do you love it?
Do you really love red roses? Think about it.
Right? Or has it just been? Because it's like, is it what you want?
Is that really?
Yeah, maybe we all like the roses with money. Are those still allowed by the? Are they still legal? Because I
I've
heard that
seen
they were
one.
illegal, but
They're
I'm
illegal.
seeing people with
Even me, I'm
them.
still seeing them.
I remember that we're not supposed to use money
No,
for.
they are no longer they have made them funds, so they're no longer doing that.
Oh, so they're like this is not a-
technicalities.
Ah,
So
I need
no
one of those.
roses.
I've never received one of those, guys. Who's
Give
asking? It's
roses
you,
with money.
right?
Um,
That's my favorite color of roses.
yeah, it's
the
very-
color of money.
I love.
Me, I'm not like those other
red
girls. I
ones.
don't want red ones.
I really love the gold roses, like you know, 'cause the gold
Ooh, the gorilla. Ooh,
gorilla, I like gorilla type roses.
wonderful.
So great.
It's okay. Next, oh, her baby's moving a bit.
Hi,
Finally.
butter. You know what's her name now?
Oh, butter. How
Yeah.
creative.
I know, it's so creative. Like, how did I come?
So,
up
how
with
did you
that?
come up with that? Butter?
Butter.
Yeah.
It has been said that sometimes we bleed on people who did not hurt us in reference to unhealed trauma.
Damn.
When have you been involved in an instance like this? And why do you want to get me cancelled? on your podcast because
Yeah.
as a human being,
We're digressing.
I have bled all over.
Oh, you bled on people who didn't catch you?
I feel like it's sort of what happens, especially.
Yeah.
What I will say is thanks to my mom and just seeing people who are really self-aware.
You have to be
whenever-
very self-aware too.
Whenever it's been years, but like when an incident happened, and also I'm a chronic overthinker, so I do that recap in my head.
Right? And somehow
did I
the
do
details
that?
keep changing. They keep changing to what you want them to be. Over time, it's like, is it? Anyway, yeah. Maladaptive thinkers. Hi.
Hi. So
Yeah. Yeah. You're saying?
if we're going to leave this thing like those counts are okay.
But again,
But
maybe
that's
you
the
should
point.
talk to
The
someone.
point is that nobody is
Yeah, we're all insane.
somehow.
Just a bit.
So, what was I saying?
Oh no, about your mom?
Yes, like just watching my mom is she's a teacher, she learns a lot.
I love that.
So having that in mind is like when I go back and I rethink I even reach out to my friends and I'm like, hey, when I did that and I handled it, that what was I justified? And even if I was,
You ask
could
for
I have-
feedback. That's so
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
And rare?
yeah, I'm very hi Jeff and Bill. I'm very self-aware,
Accountable
very
body.
accountable,
Yeah.
which is like also my hair is like from Buddy's hair, and I just have to show you.
Oh yeah.
But still, anyways, as I was saying, just quickly say, yeah, I do try to. It has happened. I can't say if you've lived life, it has happened.
Yes, at some point you bled on someone.
At some point, but then I recap, regroup, and I'm like, hey, I probably shouldn't do that, and I try to
Okay.
find ways not to do it again.
Okay, I'd say I have as well. Probably a bit more detailed than you. You were just taking us around.
Oh, you said that I don't have to share.
You don't
but I
have
just
to.
kind of don't want
You don't have to get cancelled. You don't have to get cancelled. But no, for me, I feel like it's the typical which everyone has had. Or maybe that's just the toxic me thinking so. But like a rebound boyfriend. Yeah.
Let's just
Hi there. Yeah, I think it's the worst kind of bleeding because it's like
I'm using you.
I'm really using you to get over
to get
someone.
over someone, yeah.
And like, even as I'm using you to get over someone, I'm mad at you for not being that someone.
And when you're
Which
not
is so
that
unfair. Yeah, it's almost unfair thing you can do. In my defense, we were both using each other. Hi.
Hi.
We were both using each other, yeah,
Does
but
he
it
know
was
he
so
was
toxic.
rebounding?
Yeah, we were
hi.
both rebounding.
Sorry
Yeah,
about
he
that, but
definitely
also
knows. But
Kind of says.
yeah.
See, I'm rooting for you. I don't know the story, but like
Right?
you said.
Yeah. So I think let's do just like one final one. I hope a good. You see, I knew we'd get so into convo. We didn't even finish them. I knew we'd stress so much.
I'm sorry.
No, it's good. It's a good thing. Ooh, this is a good one. You thought you could escape. This is a good final one. What has being in love or being single taught you about your mental health?
Being in love taught me that I'm not as
Are you in love? Like, you're just diving into it. You're in love?
no comment. But Bill and Jeff, I'll tell you. Hit me up. No. I'm not
Imagine someone
currently-
feeling denied there in the comment. Imagine someone who thought that you were in love with them.
No,
Sorry.
sorry about that.
Okay, go on.
No,
go
but
on.
I'm really not in love. at the
Yeah.
moment, But I have been. Or I do think that I thought I was in love. I don't think I really was.
Same. I hear
I
you.
think I
I
was
hear you.
infatuated or in love with the idea of being in love. I don't think I was in love.
Limerence. You were in a state.
No, I think ignorance is when it's kind of unrequited.
A bit, yeah.
So we were both.
Oh, you guys were both.
I was like, oh, I think.
Was it a full blown relationship? Because maybe fairly, maybe you guys were in love
I would
for
say
it.
to me, I will not speak for him. I think it was because, but you know how men are.
Yeah, that's a whole episode. Yeah.
But like, it was what it taught me was that I'm not as. Like, I need to do a bit more work on my attachment style. And no, leave alone attachment style, but like really feeling confident in who I am and not feeling like I should change.
Back to where we started with the
Yes,
self esteem. Yeah.
Yes, back to where Back to where we said, just a good callback. Like, that's a good way to think to wrap it up.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't need to. If you liked me how I was, because I wasn't trying for you to like me. I was just vibing, and then
As
you were
being
like, hey.
And
And then somehow when I get into a relationship, I think that I must, and that's an African thing. Now that you are a wife,
because people have all these expectations
Yes.
and being a wife, it's like now you have to start dressing different.
Right.
Now you have to start hanging out. Oh, don't hang out with your single friends, which is toxic, by the way.
But like, it's one of those things of why do I feel the need? And that's probably where it comes from. Why do I feel the need to then change who I am to quote unquote keep you? Yes.
Because if I can't keep you, maybe that's a good sign. I should just let you go.
And it's okay. And I'm not saying that I'll be stuck in my ways and I'm not open to growth and everything. It's just I found myself somehow at some point trying to change who I am. And yet it's who I am that you liked in the first place.
Yeah.
So in the end, I just got frustrated. So I was like, okay, just learn to be more self-confident. And again, I guess singlehood is also teaching me the same thing.
I think love really brings out that very like needy, vulnerable side of you that
It's
you've
a
never
mirror.
seen. Yeah. And so you're like, oh, I didn't know I was this clingy.
Clingy a bit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I don't think, I wouldn't say clingy. It's more just low self, like not really believing that I have a good thing and I can't keep it type thing. So I have
hear
to
you.
change to
To
then
try
keep
and
it.
yet in the process
I
you're
didn't get
losing.
it by-
Yeah.
You get it?
Because now it's like I came for you and now you're being someone else, so I'm
Yes.
gonna now dip. I hear you. I think for me it's also been the same, but I feel like being single has taught me like the biggest. Because me, I was a serial dater. Hi guys, serial daters. There were so many, and so especially when you're a girl, like there's always someone trying to hit you up,
Always.
and it's like, well, like I don't want to be alone
Free
and
food.
deal with my thoughts and feelings, you know. So yeah, so I feel like that happened a lot, and I never got time to just be single, be with my thoughts, be with my fears, and just you know. So I think singleness has taught me the biggest lesson of self-love, and with mental health, I feel like when you love yourself, you're halfway there.
Halfway.
Like now, I can make decisions where I put myself first because I love myself. So yeah.
And you love your future self. So
Right?
Taking this decision for me.
Yeah. So I think that's what I would say. That's what I'd say. But before we go, what would you've talked about esteem a lot. What advice would you give to like a young Ugandan who is out there, a girl who is like suffering with this esteem issue, whether she's like in a relationship, whether she's single, whether it's career wise, like you said, what would you tell her to like keep her going?
I would say that you need to. The reason why we have a lot of low self-esteem is because the voice that talks to us is harsh. And the thing is, you never realize that you're talking to yourself harshly. But I wouldn't come to Tina and be like if Tina left this paper here, and I'm like, Tina, you're so stupid. How could you do that? Like, I wouldn't talk to you like that.
Yet I'm talking,
I'm
to myself
like
like
how could I
that.
leave that paper there? I'm so stupid.
Right?
And you don't realize that you're talking to yourself, but you talk to yourself. Out of everybody, you don't talk to your mom the most, you don't talk to your sister, that your
It's
friend,
you.
you talk to yourself the most. And yet you talk to yourself so much worse than you talk to anybody else.
Yeah.
So your self-esteem comes from that, from your low self-esteem comes from that voice that's telling you that you're not enough, you're not this, you're not.
You're not
And
good
I would
enough.
say it's just that when you're aware of that, have more compassion. Now that doesn't mean don't be accountable, because sometimes you need to sit down with yourself and be like,
Because that's the
hey,
only way you can change.
Yeah.
You have to be able. You have to be bendable.
Hey.
Be willing to learn.
yeah, you have to be like, am I the problem?
Yeah. Ooh, am I the one who?
Am I the problem?
And that's
but even
hard.
when you find out
Especially
that
for
you're
us
the problem,
women.
Yeah.
We know. Yeah. We know.
When you find out that you're the problem, then you can give yourself grace and compassion. Like, hey, you are. Turns out
Yeah.
it is you that is the problem. But that's
Be
okay.
accountable.
That's
Yeah.
okay. You can now that we know you're the problem.
Now we know.
Change. The more you do that, like I feel
Yeah.
like when you change your inner voice, then your self-esteem, and also accepting, like truly sitting in compliments. You know how, I'm sorry to really run on, but like you know how I've seen a lot that men, when you tell a man that, hey, I love your hair, he can think about it for like a week or a month.
Yeah, because they
Like,
rarely
my
get.
hair is nice, because they rarely get compliments. Yeah.
Yeah.
They sit in it, and so you can't tell him nothing. Even if
I've been
someone
told
else comes and
before.
say- yeah. If someone else comes and says your hair is stretched, like, well, there's that one girl. who likes my hair. So it's trash to you. So
But
like,
someone
you're
out there
really
likes
sitting
it. Yeah.
Whereas women, we forget compliments.
And we shun them away. Like, you're
Yes,
beautiful.
we're
Like, oh, stop it.
you
You lie. It's
too.
just the lighting. Like, accept
It's
it.
the makeup,
Yeah.
My hair is new. That's why it's no. But like when you sit in it, like whenever someone tells you something good, don't just be like, well,
Be bold.
yeah, sit in it and be like, yeah, I am good at my
Sit
job.
pretty.
Yes, I
Yeah.
am beautiful. Then
I
you're
hear
like,
you.
okay. Yeah. So that will help with
Okay.
your self-esteem.
Okay, so where can we find you? If I want you to come and create content on my Kwanjula, since I'm getting engaged soon.
Okay.
Ugandan woman asks
yes.
herself to marry herself. Okay, where can we find you?
Please.
Right.
Please, Tina.
Did you see that American
I'll
girl who
come.
married
I'll be
herself?
there. I'll create the content. Like, I'll be there.
You could come. We're in a feminism era.
Period.
Marry myself.
Who needs me?
Who needs a man? I need a man.
Jeff.
Who is this Jeff? This
Jeff
Jeff.
Bezos.
Oh, Jeff.
Yes.
Oh, Jeff.
Jeff and
Low
Bill.
budget Jeff.
Yeah,
We got
and
you.
Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Hi. Yeah.
Where can Jeff and Bill find you?
So at Agneta Does Social, that's AGNETTA_DOES_SOCIAL. That's my business page. And then at Agneta Lucia is my commentary page where on my stories.
If you want all the gist.
Yeah, I just talk about Hollywood people and have my opinions that are very hard to change. And I really don't care. Like,
Right.
it's a safe space for everybody because also the friends and lovers are very, very opinionated people. So just come, we talk about gist. It's called gisting.
Yeah, we just.
Because we
Yeah.
gist about the things we see on Hollywood, socially, in life, Twitter. Yeah.
Okay, guys, that was it.
Thanks for having me.
I really loved it. I love that we finally done it after months and months of
Yeah.
recording, but I love that we are back. And guys, make sure you follow us. I can finally say go subscribe to my channel.
Period.
Yeah, so guys, we are on tape, the podcast, on YouTube, on all your podcast platforms. So just go follow us. But please only follow us if this is content that you enjoy. I don't want people messing my algorithm if they don't actually enjoy what I'm putting out. Disclaimer. So please follow us if this is the content you enjoy. We're going to keep bringing more. I have so many interesting people lined up for you. As you can see, this is the energy. It's very chill. We have no judgment here. It's a safe space. So yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Woo.